Hi guys and welcome. Today I will be showing my Tanky nightblade magicka based build. It's very nice for the fighting in the correct cave because there are many mobs that can add to your tankiness because you are using ultra. So let's quickly go to look into stats. I put all my stats into magicka because I'm imperial, so I have still very nice health and stamina. Yeah, I can change it to using dry food. It will give you even more stats, as you can see. See, now it looks like this, even better. Yeah, for extra stamina because you need it for locking. Okay, so I'm using Apprentice Mundustone for another spell penetration, and I'm a vampire for the higher magicka recovery and stamina recovery, and of course for the ultimate we will go there in a second. So first skills, I'm using Dark Roll, obviously the better morph out of two. It removes a lot of damage over time effects. And now it's pretty much fixed, so it works quite nice. It still has its bad sides, but it looks good, especially with this build. You can spam it pretty much, it doesn't cost as much. You see, my magicka is not moving so much, so I can just spam it. Okay. For the other skill, I'm using siphoning attacks. It's very useful because it adds the defense because it replenishes your stamina and magicka while using caltrops or other attacks. Yeah, so this is tanky build, so definitely use it. You will be so much tanky because of the resources management. And then I have concealed weapon. It's really nice because then you are moving quickly in invisibility or in height. You see how quick I am moving. I am running while hidden. So it's really useful for so many situations. You see the speed, it's awesome. See? Yeah. So, very useful for the movement speed. Okay. Then I'm using crippling grabs for another movement speed. It doesn't stack with other things, but still it's really nice for extra movement speed, but it does stack with the concealed weapon, so and with vampire thing, so really nice. But it doesn't stack with the double deck. Okay, then I'm using fear. Of course, the fear is really nice. It can be used to fear the targets that are, blocking, so they will just run like this. So, and then I'm using the Clouding Swarm. I found it better in the other morph for the invisibility because it stacks with a console weapon, so you can move quite fast, and it's especially nice in that cave. And you can still heal yourself with the other bar, the healing bar. So obviously you have Caltrops here for the siphoning synergy, and you have Harness Magicka, that's like the only shield nightblades have, so very useful. And Rapid Regeneration, you can swap it for Funnel Health or the other morph, it's situational. And then double take, it's very useful. Now it adds to the defense, a lot of attacks are dodgeable, so really nice spell. And of course the healing word for the heal. And Soul Tether, yeah, this is like no other option here. You can use Value of Blades, but people, they are escaping it if they are not so bad, but some people are that bad, so you can also use Veil of Blades, why not? Okay. So for the gear, it's very important part. I'm using Walking Scoria, and you can use so many things to do this extra damage. You can use the cripple, of course the caltrops also works, but you can also add some other tricks like Twisting Path, or you can add Lotus Fan. It also adds to it, so it procs more. It's really up to you, and it also works with Clouding Swarm or Veil of Blades, so it doesn't necessarily have to be some skill that adds damage over time effect. It also works with those skills, so really useful. That's like the main source of damage with this build. But I have Magnus for extra spell damage. It's better than Seducer because the chance procs more. Just it does. Well, you can argue about this, but for me it just does proc a lot, like even 3 times in a row or really close together, so it's just better than Seducer overall. Yeah, it is. Then I'm using 1 light and 1 medium for unmounted passive, and I'm using Taruk's Pact on my healing staff with Nirhorn and with disease, of course. And I'm using Nirhorn on my mace as well, and I'm using Nirhorn as well as on my sheet. I'm using reinforce for the big parts like legs and chest, and even on boots because it also has a lot of armor to increase, so reinforce here, and other parts Nirhorn. I would be like to change this, but I can't. Well, even this, the impenetrable is not as good in PvP now, but it's still okay. Well, at least something, you know. I'm using magicka, and I kept the stamina here and health here. I just feel it's okay to keep it that way. It dropped that way, so okay. Yeah, on jewelry, reduce magicka cost of spells. This is the only possibility. And the Cyrodiil light rings, of course, and 1 random, you know, VR14 necklace. Okay. So that's about it. It's very nice tanky build. You are almost unkillable because you have like really high spell resistance, really high physical resistance, and if you press the invisibility, it goes even higher. You see this number, it's over cap, so even after all the reduction you are still like on the cap almost, you know. So this is over cap, 32 is cap, it's like 50 you know, reduction, so this is over cap, and if they are like removing something, they have some focus rating, it still will be, well, over cap almost. And physical resistance, it's also very nice if you add the bonus from the stealth. So yeah, it's very tanky and also very high damage output because you are using the Scoria, and you can also spam the concealed weapon, and you can stun and just doing this and then concealed weapon. Yeah. And you can also bash them. Some people are underestimating it, but it's really fast now, you can see. So if you are out of magicka somehow, because this build somehow sometimes can run out of magicka, you can just bash them to their death or something. It's really useful. So yeah, just like this, and then just kill them. It's especially nice in a cave where all of the goblins are around, and you are getting so much stamina and magicka back, so you can just kill them very easily. So it's very nice. I'm using try potions, and for the champion points, I don't have a lot of them, but I put them to reduce magicka cost of spells here. Well, this is not so much useful, but it's also useful because you are using the bash attack, so it reduces the movement speed, so it's nice to have this. Then I put to some magicka recovery and to stamina recovery, of course. This is more important to put them here. Then I put to this spell erosion, increases the amount of spell resistance your spells ignore, and it unlocks the spell critical rating, so it's very nice. And this is also okay. So then nothing, and then I put it to this. It's very nice because you are using magic damage a lot. And then for the defense, I put it into this hardy and into elemental defender. I think this is more useful because it reduces the poison damage. A lot of people are using poison and magic, of course, magic damage, and this for some resistance against elemental attacks. Yeah, this is useful. This is very useful. This is like awesome. Okay, then to do heavy armor, because I'm using 5 parts heavy armor, so to this heavy armor focus, very nice to put it there for extra, you know, armor, because you have a lot of spell resistance, so you don't need to have more spell resistance, but more armor is always useful, because a lot of people are using physical attacks nowadays. Can be used also, this, if you are playing like with a friend, a lot of goblins attacking you. Okay, So that's about it. Thank you for watching, and I hope you like my build. You see this badge? It's amazing, amazing, guys. And yeah, use this style. I like this look. You see the pants? It's awesome, and the legs and hands and just about everything. And it looks really nice with it. But you can use the Scoria helmet, and you see the Scoria helmet now. It's so much stylish. You see the red eyes, and you are just terrifying. You can just and they will just run in fear. Run in fear, you know. Run in fear. You see that Magnus broke first time. It's awesome. Yeah, so you can do another one. So Magnus, it's really the way to go. So thank you for watching, and goodbye. See you.